Damn, who's that fine ass nigga? Oh, it's recording? Oh, what's good, YouTube? You already know it's your boy Kenny. We about to be doing something different today. We about to be doing a story time video, you know what I'm saying? If y'all end up liking this video, please make sure you leave that down in the comments if you want to see more. Oh my gosh, I'm ashy. But hey, before y'all even get into the video, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need you to hit that like button right now. I need you to subscribe if you already ain't done it. I need you to turn on them post notifications so you can see more of my videos. Alright, let's get to it. Things tend to go a little different around here. We pimpin'!
I'm getting big money. Starting to get.
You know, I'm gonna just say off the bat, not many people even know about this story. And to be honest, it really didn't feel real. Like when I was like going through this at the time, it felt like I was in a movie. Like I'm like, this can't be real, yo. This can't be happening to me. So let's start from the beginning. Let's get all the details in. So it's summer of 2016, right? And I went to this, we had this big carnival in my area. And I went with my friend Crow. And, you know, I'm the type of person where if I see somebody that's like attractive to me, like, I'll figure a way to go talk to you, you know what I'm saying? So it was this mixed girl and her friend, her white girlfriend. And I was kind of feeling the mixed girl, so I'm like, okay, you know. So I went up and started talking to them and stuff, and we started riding rides together, right? So I got the mixed girl Snapchat, and my friend the Crow, he got the white girl Snapchat, right? So, you know, we doing our thing, and you know, I'm kind of like hitting the mixed girl up, like, you know, like trying to set something up, like, you know, with her, but it kind of just went downhill. So I just like, we kind of stopped talking to each other, right? So like a week or two later, the white girl, like I had her on Snapchat too. She hits me up talking about some, hey, you know, one of my friends, you know, she trying to get with you, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, alright, what's good with it? So the girl that had followed me on Instagram, you know, she was a cute little dark-skinned girl. And we're gonna call her Kay just for the sake of this video, partially because I don't even remember what her name was. This was like 2 years ago. So, you know, we started messaging each other on Instagram, you know, all that. And then she gives me her Snapchat, and we like started talking on Snapchat. And I guess like, I think she asked me like, you know, do you want to go to the movies sometime or something like that? You know, I was like, hey, I'm down, you know what I'm saying? So we ended up going to the movies together. You know, it was Kay, the white girl ended up going, and they like brought like a couple friends or whatever. I brought one of my homies just to like, you know, distract them and shit, so that way me and Kay can do our own thing at the movies, you know what I'm saying? So we was cuddling up, all that stuff. And Kay had rode with the white girl and they friends, but I was like, you know, like, hey, I can take her back to the crib with y'all or whatever, because she wanted to ride with me. So we rode together and all that junk, you know, and then like we ended up kissing like at the end of the ride. And she was like, you know, like, I'm really like feeling you and all that stuff, right? So I was like, what's good? So after that night, me and Kay, you know, we started talking like for real, like, you know, like texting each other every day, hitting each other's line, all that stuff. So one day, you know, we were setting up plans to like chill and all that stuff, and she said like, you know, like, let's go to the mall or whatever. So I was like, you know, alright, I'm down. It got to like later in the day, and she was like, you know what, I don't even feel like going to the mall. So I was like, alright, what you trying to do then, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, my mom about to leave in a little bit, so like, I was thinking like, you could just come over or something, you know, I'm gonna be home alone. I was like, keep in mind, while she was inviting me over, I was supposed to meet her parents the next day. Like, it was like formally set up. Like, she told her parents I was gonna come over, you know, they was inviting me over, and like we was gonna get to know each other. And it was the worst idea ever for me to sneak into the house. So anyways, Kay's mom leaves. I think she was going to like a party or something, and her dad was in Canada for the night. So I'm like, you know, what's good with it? So I go into her crib and all that, take my shoes off. And after I'm like already inside the crib, she says oh, by the way, there's cameras everywhere in my house. And I'm just like, really, nigga? You didn't feel the need to tell me that before I went into the house? So she's like, oh no, my mom, she doesn't even know how to use the cameras. And my dad, he's in Canada, so I doubt he'll even check it. So I'm like, well, what if your dad wants to check up on you because he's in Canada? And she's like, huh, I didn't even think about that. And I'm just like, oh my god, bro, this is so raps. So at this point, I'm just really hoping that everything goes smooth sail. You know, they don't check the cameras, I don't get caught, meet them the next day, we good. So me and Kay, we cuddling up in her basement. I don't know why we went to her basement. I think it was her idea, but you know, we cuddling up in the basement. We was trying to watch like Netflix or whatever, and I guess it wasn't working. So she was like, you know, hey, let's go to my room. And you already know what it means when a girl says, let's go to my room when you home alone with her.
Nice.
So listen, before we even get to her room, like we on the way there, her mom texts her talking about I'm on my way home. And you know, I really think that was God's way of telling me like, hey, you can just leave, meet the parents tomorrow, you good. So what we did was, I went back to my car after she told me that, and she went back to the whip with me, and we were just like chilling in there. And then she was like, oh wait, actually she's about to stop off somewhere real quick. And, you know, what I could have did was just go home, meet them the next day. But what did I do? My dumb ass said, well, if she ain't gonna be home for a while, let's just go back to your room then. It wasn't a good idea. So anyways, I made the bad decision, went back to the crib. Me and Kay go back to her room, and we just like cuddling up in her room, watching the Boondocks, I think it was, on Netflix or whatever. And you know, that shit started getting a little freaky or whatever. So I started eating her out and all that junk, right? And I think this was like the first time like she ever got head. So I was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? And then she was like, I mean, I want to give you some head too, but like I ain't never done it before. So I'm like, bet it's time for you to learn, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so listen y'all. She starts giving me that top, you know what I'm saying? It was her first time. It was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Mid dick sucking. The front door opens. And that was like the scariest moment of my life. You know, I had literally none of my clothes on. I had my pants off, my shirt off, my shoes off, my socks off. And then that front door opens. I'm just like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my god. I'm trying to go in the closet. Like, I'm thinking like, okay, this is game plan. I go in the closet, we wait till she goes to sleep or whatever. And then, you know, maybe I can just get my stuff on and sneak out. But I guess Kay wasn't feeling that same plan. So I'm trying to like, you know, squeeze in the closet, and she like grips me up and says, no, you gotta go, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what? So at this point, I'm just trying to like grab as much stuff as I can. You know, I got my pants in my hand, I got my shirt, and I'm just trying to like hurry up. So I'm going for the window, and I'm trying to like, you know, ease myself out so I can like get like a good jump out the window or whatever. And like, I'm leaning like out the window a little bit, and tell me what, old girl just comes up behind me and just pushes my ass out the window, yo. And this shit was like pretty high. So after I get pushed out the window, you know, I'm just laying on the ground, like, just wondering what the hell just happened. You know, I'm just like chilling there, right? And out of nowhere, this bright ass light just flashes on me, and I had like a mini heart attack when I saw that. But then I realized that it was just like a motion detector or whatever because I was in the backyard. So I'm just like, oh shit, you know. So I'm like, I was debating. I was like, do I just like run down the street holding my clothes in my hands with my underwear on? And then I started using my common sense. I'm like, if somebody sees me running down the street, a black dude with no clothes on, just taking off, they probably gonna call the cops. So I'm just like, okay, let me hurry up and put my pants on, you know. I got my stuff inside out, backwards, all that. And I'm just like hurrying up and trying to put everything on. And then I like just, after I get my stuff on, I just take off down the street. But I was like, okay, well, let me like not run full speed so I don't look suspicious. So I'm just acting like I'm on a casual jog, like, you know, hey. And I could have sworn I heard like a voice saying like, hey, behind me. But I'm like, okay, like, whatever it is, I don't care. I'm jogging to my car, right? So listen, y'all, I finally get back to my car, and as soon as I get in my car, first off, I didn't have my shoes on, so I was running there in socks, and I realized I don't have my phone either. I either left that boy in the backyard, or it's still in old girl's room. And I didn't know how to get home because this was like a 20-minute drive from where I was. So I used GPS to get there, and I had no clue how to get home. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, maybe we didn't get caught. Maybe old girl will like ask to walk her dog or something, be smart enough to bring the phone to me, you know what I'm saying? So I wait 15 minutes, nothing. So I wait another 15 minutes. She still didn't come, so it's been like half an hour, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I gotta do Mission Impossible. I gotta go back. So listen, y'all, I had to get my stealth skills on for this one. You know, I was already ready to, I already damn near had a heart attack from the first time. So I'm going back in the backyard, you know. I open this gate and it's like loud as hell. I'm like, so I go in the backyard and that motion sensor that comes on again, you know, the super bright light, and I'm like, okay, crap, you know, so I'm like looking around for my stuff, and I see my phone on the ground, but my shoes wasn't there, so I just grab my phone, you know, sneak my way back out, and hope that, like, you know, they don't, like, come out and catch me or nothing. So I get my phone, and I, like, jog again back to my car, and I'm like calling old girl, like hoping that she gonna answer and everything, right? So I call her one time, she don't answer, so I'm like, alright, you know, maybe she didn't see the call. I send her a text. She ain't text me. So I wait like 15 more minutes and I'm like, all right, let me call her again. No call. So I'm like, well, bro, what do I do? So I waited half an hour. She ain't hit my line at all. And I'm like, okay, well, shit, that must mean that maybe she got caught, maybe not. But I couldn't stay there, so I just like, I went to the crib and I was like, all right, you know, she'll probably hit me up in the morning or something, right? So I get home and she ain't sent me nothing still, so I'm like, you know, let me just go to sleep, see what she says in the morning, right? I wake up in the morning, I still don't have any messages from her, so I send her a text like, what's good? You know, because I'm supposed to meet your parents today. Yeah, I didn't get any text messages that entire day, right? And I still don't have my shoes. So I think like the next day I hit up the white girl that's like best friends with her, the one that like plugged me, I guess. And I asked her like, you know, like, what's good with old girl? You know, you go to school with her. Can you like give me an update? And she basically was like, yeah, you know, she's pretty much grounded like forever now. You're cut off. You can't talk to her anymore. Her parents don't want you even being seen anymore. You know, they looked back at the cameras. They saw your ass walking around. I'm just like, can I at least get my shoes back? So eventually, old girl got her phone. I was texting her like, you know, well, what's up with my shoes? Cause I kind of want them boys back. And she said, I don't know. My dad grabbed them. And long story short, I never got my shoes back. So if there was anything I want you guys to take away from this story, if you're supposed to meet a girl's parents one day, don't sneak in her house the next day. Just wait. It's not worth it. And you might lose your shoes. Despite me losing my beautiful shoes, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you want to see more of it, please leave that down in the comments so I can know. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.
I got my finger on the trigger so that you can hold it. One picture perfect, baby, you can check the code at. Hey, so anything you can do, I can do better. And any chick you kiss, I can get wetter. I'm young, black, get to live my life on the run. Bet your bottom dollar before I'm done. They say that I'm the one. Yeah, I'm the one.